Hello, everyone. Right now, I'm outside my therapist's office. My therapist is an extremely based guy. He's sort of anarchic. He's like, well, be you. Unfortunately, being me is not always so palatable to other people. But I guess I have no other choice but to be me. Anyway, I'm in New Jersey now, and it's fucking freezing cold here. I came from, I was in outside of Orlando, an hour and a half, an hour south of Orlando in June in Florida, in Palm Bay, Florida. Every day is 94 degrees with like 95% humidity. And that's exactly the kind of weather I like. The hotter, the better. 94 degrees, 95% humidity. I can't go outside without sweat on the balls, sweat on the chests. And, just walking around the block, because I sweat heavier than most people. When I was in jiu-jitsu, I used to sweat into people's eyes. I'd be rolling with them on the ground. There was this girl, I was always rolling with her in jiu-jitsu class, and I rolled on top of her, and the sweat from my forehead fell right into her eyeballs and started stinging. Like I was coming in her eyeballs rather than just dripping my sweat into the eyeballs. So anyway, I love that weather. I hate this weather. I come up here and it's only in the 70s today. It's like when I lived in New Jersey and I would go up to like Vermont or upstate New York, and all of a sudden it would be like the middle of July, but it would get down to like 50 degrees at night and you'd feel that cold, crisp mountain air. I'm up here now in Flatland, New Jersey, on the Jersey Shore, where the elevation isn't, only 200 feet higher than it is in Florida. And it feels like I'm in the middle of the Adirondack Mountains, like in the Catskills, with Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey. So anyway, I'm outside there, and this has been discombobulating because, like I said, a week ago, I was sitting in Palm Bay, Florida, and what I read last night was that hubris invokes nemesis. That's what the Greeks believed. The Greeks believed that if anyone ever got too high and mighty, they would be brought low. And I have been brought low, very low. I'm not going to cry. I've done enough crying over the past week. But, this past Tuesday, I was in Palm Bay, Florida. I was like, I love it. It's hot. It's humid. The pace is very slow. Speaking of the pace, like I said, I arrived in New Jersey yesterday, and I saw my son over at my mother-in-law's place. The drive just from my mother-in-law's place to the Garden State Parkway, 4 people honked at me and cursed at me. I went 4 fucking years in Palm Bay, Florida, driving however I drive, whether it's a fucked up way of driving or not, and I never once had somebody honk at me and curse me like that. In 4 minutes, compared to 4 years, I had 4 people honk and curse at me. So, welcome back to New Jersey. So I had everything. It was hot. It was humid. Everybody was nice. Everybody moved slowly. It was getting crowded and trafficy. It was growing. It was developing very quickly. But I had my, little 40 acres and a mule where, I had my little plot of land, and I had my little veggies and my little peppers that I was growing. And, I had my little plot of land there. I had my dogs. My dogs were lovely. They were like 2 little beautiful little flowers in my little garden. And I was like, I was feeling very high and mighty. I felt like I had everything. And I really did. I was like, oh, and I have the house to myself for a week. I'm going to walk around the house naked. What the hell? I'm going to walk around the house naked. I'm going to go totally pagan, totally satyr. Go naked like the great god Pan. Go totally naked. Just run around the house naked. Traipse around the house naked. Because it's like Nietzsche said in Zarathustra. Even the gods are naked now. The gods are naked. The gods have taken off their clothes. The gods are running around naked. I'm going to run around naked in my little fortress, in my little castle, in my little palace. I'm going to run around naked, and I'm going to watch stupid 80s movies, and I'm going to cuddle my dogs, and I'm going to work on my novel, and I'm going to continue to work on this gorgeous physique I have, because when I was in Florida, I really, really got into fitness. It's hard to not be into fitness when you live in a nicer climate. So I really, really got into fitness. And though, I did set myself back because since Wednesday, when my life began to unravel, I smoked like, maybe close to a pack of cigarettes since Wednesday, which is not a lot for a regular smoker, but for somebody who was really beginning to get into fitness, That is a lot. So anyway, I was in Florida. I was really beginning. Now I'm just going to have to consolidate my workout. I was doing all these like fancy Joe Rogan kettlebell exercises in Florida. I had all these kettlebells and all these. I had my punching bag. I was practicing for the streets. You know, I had my punching bag. I had my kettlebell. I had my little garage that I was planning to turn into a gym. And of course I was doing burpees because I'm a masochist. Burpees are sort of like the foundation of my my workout program. So I was, I was taking care of my gorgeous physique, and my physique was actually finally becoming nicer. Like, it takes so long to change, to physically change the appearance of the body. What was actually happening? My muscles were getting bigger, my stomach was getting smaller, my man tits were actually becoming a manly chest for once. I mean, I could have been an androgynous pan, an androgynous satyr, but no, I want hairy legs and a hairless, tough, strong, muscular chest. So anyway, I was just, I was taking care of myself physically. I was working on my novel. I was doing I was living quite a nice life, and it's unraveled now, and that's okay because maybe that's the thing. Maybe I was getting too lazy, too cocky, too arrogant. I was getting too high off myself. I really was. I was getting too high off of myself. I don't do drugs, except myself. Like Charlie Sheen says, I am on a drug. It's Charlie Sheen. I'm on a drug. It's called Will Johnson. But I was getting a little too high on myself. I was showing hubris, which anybody who doesn't know what hubris is, it's the Greeks. If somebody got too high and mighty, Nemesis brought them low. So my Floridian hubris brought on my New Jersey nemesis. And since I'm going to need a few bucks here and there, and I want to actually start a career as a YouTuber, please like and subscribe. And I'll give information soon on how to make donations and all that. It's better than begging on a street corner. So anybody can help in any kind of way. Get in touch with me for those payment options. I'm going to start posting them on YouTube. And of course, please like and subscribe and help me to grow my channel as much as possible. Thank you.